Tech and clips.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Gabriel Henrique dropped this one 3 days ago, guys. I am so late for this party because of you, Gabriel Henrique. In the tags, I can see Kelly Clarkson. So I mean, safe to say, this song, was, was, performed originally by Kelly Clarkson, and I've already done a reaction to that song. I loved it, and I'm super excited to actually watch Gabriel Henrique, do his version to this classic. Yes, I'll definitely say this is a classic. Yes, let's take a listen, guys.
Same mistakes that you did. I will not let myself cause my heart so much misery. I will not break the way you did. You fell so hard. I'm alone the hard way. Should never let it get that far. Because of you, I never strayed too far for the sidewalk. Because of you, I learned to play on the same side so I don't get hurt. Because of you, I find it hard to trust not only me but everyone around me. Because of you, I am afraid I lose my way. It's not so long before you pull it out. I cannot cry because I know that's weakness in your eyes. At first you fake, I smile and laugh every day of my life. My heart can't possibly break. Where was it even hold to start with? Because of you, I never strayed too far from the sidewalk.
I love the backing vocal.
Because of you, I learned to play on the same side so I don't get hurt. Because of you, I find it hard to trust not only me but everyone around me. Because of you,
Love that part.
I want to die. I heard you cry every night you're asleep. I was so young, you should have known better than to lean on me. You never thought of any OS, you just saw your pain. And now I cry in the middle of the night for the same Because of you, I never strayed too far from the sidewalk. Because of you, I learned to play on the same side so I don't get hurt. Because of you, try my hardest just to forget everything. Because of you, I don't know how to let anyone else in. Because of you, I save my life. Because of everything.
He's killing it with his notes.
Because of you,
Wow.
because of you,
All right, guys. So that was Gabriel Henrique performed Because of You. And like I said from the beginning, I have heard the original version by Kelly Clarkson, so many times. And I've actually reacted to it on the channel. Maybe you guys can, check that out. This song is basically heartbreak, in a bottle. To me, it's one of those records, that doesn't, just sound good. It hurts, in the best way. So I already came in came, into this, with a certain, standard, in my mind, like, all right, you're stepping into legendary territory, and I'm not even exaggerating, when I say this. Gabriel Henrique, just sang his soul out, like before, we get, to the big moments, what instantly grabbed me personally, was the control, the way, he started. To me, it wasn't trying to be flashy off the bat. I mean, it felt, respectful, like, he's letting the emotion, lead first. That is what, separates a singer, from a storyteller. You could hear him building the pain slowly, instead of, jumping straight, to the climax, and then that first, real lift, the first, big push, in the vocals, goosebumps, actual goosebumps, because I mean, the thing is, this song, isn't just about, hitting notes. To me, it's about, carrying weight. And he definitely carried it like, it was personal. His tone, had that, cry in it. I mean, that little, breaking texture, where, it almost, sounds like the voice, is trembling. I mean, that's not just, good technique. That's someone, who understands the emotional assignment. Now, can we talk about the dynamics, because I mean, he didn't just, sing it, one volume, the whole time. He kept giving us, these moments, where, I mean, he'd pull back, almost, whispering emotion, and then boom, I mean, he opens up, into that full power. And I feel like every time he did it, it felt like, the wave, getting bigger and bigger, and then, like, you could literally hear, him climbing the mountain. And when the chorus hits, I felt like that's when, I was like, okay, Gabriel, I definitely see you. I mean, I love the fact that this man didn't copy Kelly's exact vibe either, which I really appreciate. I mean, like I said, I know, Kelly's version, and I feel like Kelly's version has that raw, early 2000s pop rock, pain, very, very direct and very, very gritty. But I mean, Gabriel's version, felt more like cinematic and heartbreaking. Like, he turned it into a dramatic and emotional piece. And the best part is, it never, felt fake. Then we get to those runs and those vocal flips. And listen, those were clean, so clean, I have to say, like crystal clean, not messy, not flowing in. I mean, for show, it was like, he used them as emotional punctuation, especially when he started, leaning into the higher, range more. I mean, he wasn't just going high, for the sake of it. I mean, he was using it to intensify the pain, in my opinion. And that one moment, y'all know the momentum I'm talking about. I mean, when the song reaches that peak and he starts pushing, and you can hear him unlocking that full power. I literally sat up, because I mean, it was one of those, oh, this boy can really sing, type of moments. The way his voice, opened up, on the high notes, guys. I have to say, I mean, it wasn't tight. It wasn't strained. It wasn't wide. It was ringing. It had that strong resonance. Like the sound, was just floating in the air, and he definitely held it like he owned it. That's not easy. That's definitely not easy. I have to say, and then the emotion, in the delivery though, guys, that was just also out of this world. This song already hit hard, because I mean, it's about how love can shape you, in painful ways. It's not about being changed. And hearing the male vocalist go into that space, with that level of vulnerability, guys, that's just something else. Now, it almost made it feel different, different from the original, and I mean that in a good way. Like, I mean, it gave the song a new angle emotionally, and it felt like, listening to somebody confess, something they've held in for years. And I'm not even gonna lie, that triggered memories for me personally. This song, always makes me think about those, those relationships, where you didn't leave, unchanged. Like, you loved, you tried, you gave your heart, and then, you walked away, with scars, you didn't even know you were collecting. And I mean, I feel like that's what this performance felt like, not just the singing, just reliving. Yeah, I loved it. Also, the production, the instrumentation in this version, I mean, definitely supported him perfectly. You know, it didn't overpower him. You know, it wasn't doing too much. Definitely gave him room to actually breathe. You know, room to build. And when the big moments, came, everything else, rose with him. You know, that's how it should be, in my opinion. Like music, was holding him up. You know, whilst he fell apart vocally. In the best way. And what I respected even more, he didn't just belt and scream, the whole end. He gave us layers. He gave us intensity and control. That's why it felt so powerful, in my opinion. Because I mean, Gabriel wasn't losing the song. He was guiding it. By the time it ended, I genuinely felt like I had watched a full emotional movie in just 3-4 minutes. Yeah. But let me know what you guys also think. For my overall verdict, this is an amazing cover, like genuinely top tier, not just good for a cover. I mean, elite vocalist and elite emotional performance. He definitely honored the original, but still made it his own. And that's the hardest in the balance. And now yeah, I loved it. Let me know what you guys also think about this cover. Do you think he nailed it? What's your take on this cover, as compared to the original? Please share your thoughts about it down in the comments section. If you tuned in, if you're stuck with me to end of the video, you're loved, you're very much appreciated on here. My name is Philip, and on to the next video. Take care, stay safe, peace out.